How's it going, everyone? Nick here and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be talking about something that I've been meaning to for a while now. And this news headline made the idea spark right back into my head from a few months ago. This news headline reads, Americans spend $18,000 a year on non-essentials. Here's what you can do to save more money. So some of you that are watching may not know this, but I actually started this YouTube channel to talk about money, how to save it, and basically educate people on how to save and invest their money. Because look, there's always that stigma that says young people can't save money, people that don't make a lot can't save and invest. So I wanted to break that, and I really wanted to show you that it is possible. I've only been in the full-time workforce for 2 years, and I've already saved almost 6 figures. And to some people, maybe around $100,000 isn't that much money, but for 2 years and being young, I just wanted to show everyone that it is possible, and no matter where you are in life, you could also do it. All right, so here's what we're gonna do today. I'm going to go over why people are spending way too much money. I'll touch on this news article that says Americans are spending $18,000 on non-essential items, which is very true, and I'll get into that. Then after, I'll generally talk about all the things I do to save and invest my money that can set me up for the long term. Hopefully by the end of this video, you can actually take some of the ideas I give and put them into action. And as this video goes along, all of you subscribers and new watchers out there, be thinking of ideas of what else you want me to talk about regarding these personal finance, investing, and saving ideas. And don't forget, if you end up enjoying this video, definitely give it a like. It helps me out a lot. So let's first touch on how much money you actually should be saving. Now here's where I disagree with a lot of those rules out there. There are some rules that say you should save 20% of your income, 30%, some even give you percentages of what you should be spending your money on. And all of those, I think, don't really help very much because every single person is unique. Someone making $40,000 might not actually be able to save 20% of their income because of where they live, their cost of living, and all of that. And on the other end, there might be someone making a bunch of money, but they're spending all of their money on random expenses where they should be saving 50% plus of their income. So before I go into your expenses and how you can actually cut down and save more, I'll give you some statistics. And let me know down below if you fall into one of these categories. A survey was done recently saying 42% of people have less than $10,000 saved for retirement. And a little under 14% don't have anything saved at all. Now look, this is a huge problem because I know, and you guys all know, you can't work forever. Once you get up to retirement age, you definitely are gonna need money for the rest of your life. So how can everyone, no matter what income, save and invest enough for their whole lifetime? Well, here's what most people do. They blame their high expenses on why they can't save and invest enough money. And in a majority of cases, that is just simply not true. Yes, people may be spending a bunch of money on things, but they definitely don't need everything that they're buying. In most cases, people are just trying to live up to the lifestyle they've been living, and they don't want to cut back and reduce some things they love. So this is basically a game of wants and needs. If everyone in the world was just buying things that they actually needed, everyone would be able to save a bunch more money than they are. Let me give you a quick example of something that someone may claim as a need, but it's actually a want. And this happens all the time with cars. Now I agree, most places, at least in the United States, you basically need a car to get around if there's no good public transportation or you don't want to wait on a taxi or other rideshare service. So yes, for a lot of people, a car is a need and they need it to live, which yes, I totally agree with. But then there are those people that go out and buy a car or even lease a car that has pretty high monthly payments, so they're paying that down, say it's $500, $600 a month. And then when they go and say, I don't have any savings and I don't have any extra money to be saving or investing, this is really where the problem is. All of that money is going towards their need when it's really a want of a car. When in reality, if they wanted to really save and invest more money, they would get rid of that high monthly payment on a car and either get a cheaper car that they can pay off maybe $100 or $200 a month, or they just buy a used car in cash. Now this idea can be spread across all of your expenses. From food to where you live, there's always somewhere where you think it's a need, but it's actually a want. Now, what I'm saying here isn't that you need to cut out all of your wants altogether, because for myself, I do buy a lot of things that I want and don't need, but that's because I'm responsible and I know that I have goals of saving a certain amount of money so I can splurge on some of those good things that I do want in life. Now, what I really recommend is set up a good budget. There are a lot of apps out there that are really good for budgeting, but I personally recommend starting out, if you're doing this for the very first time, literally take a sheet of paper, a notebook, and write down your ideal budget. Write down everything you think you're gonna spend money on or know you're gonna spend money on, and then work it out on paper. It's easier if you just write it out and you can see it right in front of you. Once you write out a rough budget, then you go live your life normally for a month or two, and then go back and look at all of your expenses for those past couple months and see how it matched up to your budget. I will almost guarantee that you'll be able to find something in those expenses that you could cut altogether. Whether it be a streaming service, going out to eat, or even buying random things you don't even need, there definitely will be something you can axe. Okay, enough on expenses. I definitely think you guys will get the point that you should be spending money on things you need, and if you really want to save and invest seriously, you need to cut out all those extra things. So now this brings me to my second main point, and that is saving and investing money. Now here's another place where a majority of people get this wrong. They'll save a bunch of money, put it in a savings account, and that money will basically just sit there. Everything is in this savings account, and that money won't really grow over time unless it's one of the high interest savings accounts, and in that case, you're usually only getting 1 to 2% APY a year. You really need to split all of the extra money you have meant for saving into two pots: savings and investments. Because more likely than not, any money you're putting into savings will be there for a decently long time anyway, so you're better off putting that small chunk of money into an investment that can yield you more money over time. Now, examples of this could be putting money in the stock market, in retirement funds, going investing in real estate. There are a bunch of different investments you can make. And look, it's not hard to invest your money. I'm doing it, a bunch of other people are doing it, and this can really set you up for the future. I won't go into detail about all the different investments you can make, but if you're looking for an investment to do right now, I definitely recommend an S&P 500 or total market index fund. You can do this simply by opening up a brokerage account to invest in the stock market and putting a small portion of money into, say, VOO or VTI, any of these ETFs that are low cost that basically track the market as a whole. You can expect yearly returns of 7 to 8% when that's averaged out over a long period of time. So here's where I'd like to hear from you all. I want to know if you guys are doing some of the things that I've mentioned in this video that have really helped me grow my money in these 2 years that I've been working full time. And if you guys have any questions or comments or things you want me to cover in future videos, please let me know down below in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video and got something out of it, give it a like and definitely subscribe with those alert bells if you're not already. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.